So I just want people to see some of the things that they do to Hugh. For those that really can't get their head around some of this stuff, here is a letter from the state of Nevada, I believe it is. And it says bottom line on the top. This is a word that Hugh actually invented, okay, at least 23 years before this. In order for it to be a trademark, it had to be a word that was not in the dictionary. He literally invented the word bottom line. And here somebody from Nevada is saying you can't use the trademark bottom line that he invented, that he personally trademarked over 23 years before that, and was using it before he actually legally trademarked it. And this is the kind of crazy stuff that they do to him. And when they put him in the media to mark all that they do, remember that the other publishers, his competitors, are always marking everything he did, because he had his FCC licenses earlier than any other person to have ever lived, and they mark that. And here you have this story where a man named Olson, and he's 53 years old. Hugh's wife's name was Terry Olson, okay, and he was born in 53. Herbie the Love Bug was number 53 because Walt Disney told him that he was going to mark him. So when you see that number 53 showing up all the time in the news, that's why. Now here we have a story about Rand Paul and his Russian mafia connections, going out and he tries to ask a question in the hearings, and John Roberts says, "No, we're not gonna take your question." So then he goes out and he has the media just gather around him and everything, and you can hear him just trying to deflect maybe I should even just play this. Let me see. I don't think I'll lose my recording here. I'm just going to go to the 4 minutes, 5 seconds. Oh, good. I get to watch a commercial. That's always nice. That we tried to sell. Joining us now. All right. Now let's just go to the 4 minutes and 5 seconds and watch this.
You mentioned is
let's see, four.
Nothing secret about that. But let me ask you, for people who, because just looking at your Twitter feed today, about half of the people who respond think that you should be arrested. They think that you're a communist and working for the Russian government. The other half.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I'm gonna play it again. I didn't have the sound up very high. Let's go. Listen to this one more time.
He's in the Senate chamber with two other people.
There's nothing secret about that. But let me ask you, for people who, because just looking at your Twitter feed today, about half of the people who respond think that you should be arrested. They think that you're a communist and working for the Russian government. The other half think
half of the people think you're a communist and working for the Russian government, and then they deflect away from that. And the reason that they're doing that is because Hugh exposes them, and you can watch it right there on our videos. We talk about it, where we're showing that he is connected to the Russian government through Sean Davis, who runs his campaigns here in America, the Russian TV contributor. And that's how the news is really going on in this country. Now, scrolling down here a little bit, this is the sign that was outside of the Continental Lounge where Hugh played for 30 years in Michigan. And notice that Continental is like Ford Continental, and it was formerly called La Honda. So that's why you had the name of the car, the Ford Continental, Lincoln Continental. And then La Hondas came out, started making cars instead of motorcycles right after he left working here. and that's the real truth. Now we'll scroll on down a little bit. Here is, a lot of people ask, well, why isn't Hugh rich since he's from all these famous families? Well, here's one of the reasons. Hugh's inheritance was stolen, okay, and it was given to him by the Gardner family originally, okay, the family that made the TV show Make Room for Daddy. They replaced his stock with penny stock behind his back and gave him the penny stock, and they took all the money. Here's the penny stock. And they took millions of dollars, or $1.5 million, or whatever it was, back in, let's see if there's a date on here, 89. Okay, so it's probably worth, 3 times that now. Now we scroll down here, and this is really interesting. This piece of artwork right here was made by the Gardners. Look at, again, the Gardner family, the Make Room for Daddy people, Ava Gardner, all those famous names that you hear. Well, Cooper, who raped Hugh's daughter, got a hold of this paper, this art somehow, and gave it to Alex Jones. I don't know if he stole it. I don't know if somebody gave it to his daughter, gave it to him, or I don't know how it worked. But Alex Jones ended up with it. Jones took it and used it to say, okay, 9/11 is an inside job, but guess who he blamed? He said, oh, the Illuminati did it. Well, who's the Illuminati? They're connected with the Freemasons. Well, the Freemasons are the people that founded your country, and they're not the people who did this. The people who did 9/11 were the other publishers. Coordinating, the people that are marking them all the time, you know, and they coordinated not with Hugh's family, not with his ancestry and his heritage, okay, not with the Freemasons, but with the people that are connected to the German banks. Bush was German in origin, like the Queen, the people we kicked out of the country. So of course they want you to think, and are paying big money for you to think, that the people who founded the country are the guilty party. And this is misdirection, and it's really sad what they're doing because so many of us are just falling for it. Now, here is a notice from a legal notice saying that, okay, Hugh's daughter was taken to an excavating place, and they were going to kill her and bury her there, and he rescued his own daughter. Okay, and this legal company here, Somers, Schwartz, Silver, and Schwartz, refused to take the case. Look at this. You ever heard Schwartz in, Spaceballs? He says, may the Schwartz be with you. That's not a mistake. And this is the same road where they were going to bury her, 23-mile road, where Jimmy Hoffa really is buried on Hugh's property. A G&G Auto was what it is now. It used to be his place where he lived, his farm. So hopefully that gives you some more answers. And I think sometimes people just read through these posts and they don't really understand. But hopefully with me explaining them a little bit, that helps get some more clarity. Helps clarify some of these issues more into Hugh's life. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.